Nike just did us an even bigger favor. They're not releasing just one Caitlin Clark sneaker this year, but two. That's right, two major releases are set to drop in 2025, putting to rest all those viral rumors claiming Nike had pulled the plug on Clark's signature shoes. Those takes aged like milk. Not only were they wrong, but they were hilariously wrong. Nike didn't just stay in the game, they doubled down. Let's break it down. On June 1st, 2025, Nike will release the Caitlin Clark Nike Kobe 5 Pro Indiana Fever Edition. Then, as the WNBA postseason heats up, they'll drop a second pair, the Kobe 6 Pro Light Armory Blue, on October 1st. And let's be clear, these aren't just some generic colorways with Clark's name slapped on them. These are calculated moves, intentional and symbolically powerful. Now, remember when a certain content creator claimed Clark's shoes were cancelled? Yeah, that was pure clickbait. Let's rewind for a second. The early whispers that Nike had bailed on Caitlin's deal set social media on fire. Fans were confused, commentators were furious, and TikTok turned into a conspiracy theory factory. People debated sneaker economics like it was the stock market. And through it all, one question kept coming up. Why would Nike invest $28 million in Clark just to vanish before the first box hit the shelves? Well, here's the truth. The shoes are coming out. Despite all the false reports, the Caitlin Clark Kobe 5 Pro Indiana Fever isn't just real, it's already breaking the internet. When the news dropped, sneakerheads went crazy. Over 100,000 views and counting. The timing is perfect. Clark will be heading into her second WNBA season with national TV audiences locked in and sky-high momentum. Nike is making sure this is the moment to launch her sneaker era, and they're not wrong. But let's talk about the strategy. The Indiana Fever branding on the Kobe 5 Pro ties Clark's identity to her team and the WNBA. Nike isn't half committing here. They're making her the face of their women's basketball campaign. Everywhere you look, credible sources confirm that these shoes are coming. And yes, they'll come with a premium price tag, not because Nike is greedy, but because Clark moves product. Her jersey sales are through the roof, her games pull NFL-level viewership, and anything with her name on it flies off the shelves. Now, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Nike's other WNBA experiment. A'ja Wilson, the self-proclaimed queen of the league, finally got her signature shoe this year. And what happened? It fizzled. No sellouts, no cultural moment, no sneakerhead buzz. Just a polite golf clap and some filtered Instagram posts. Nike took a gamble thinking Wilson was the moment, but the market had other ideas. You can't manufacture hype, especially when the spotlight is already being dominated by someone casually pulling up from the logo. Contrast that with Caitlin Clark, who hasn't even dropped a signature shoe yet, but is already outpacing Wilson in buzz, media coverage, and consumer demand. Nike saw the numbers. After a tough financial year, they needed a game changer. Enter Clark. Ratings magnet, jersey selling machine, arena packer, and soon-to-be sneaker icon. The timing of these releases isn't random, it's a strategic pivot. Wilson's line underperformed, so Nike is shifting gears. Clark is their reset button, the superstar they need, not the one they tried to manufacture. Let's set the record straight. Caitlin Clark's sneaker era isn't just starting, it's being orchestrated like a billion-dollar brand launch. Sources confirm that her Nike Kobe 5 Pro Indiana Fever Edition isn't just a team color remix, it's loaded with personal details that signal the beginning of the Clark era. Sneakerheads are already plotting how to cop, and basketball fans have June 1st circled on their calendars. And that's just the beginning. Because in October, the second drop changes everything. The Caitlin Clark Nike Kobe 6 Pro Light Armory Blue isn't tied to the Fever. It's all about Clark's individual brand, separate, distinct, and standing on its own. Two sneaker releases in 1 year for a player without a signature line? That's practically unheard of. This is Nike making a statement. They're not letting Clark fade from the spotlight for even a second. So what's next? If you're paying attention, you can see where this is heading. These two drops are Nike's way of building anticipation, testing the market, and setting the stage for something bigger. A full-blown Caitlin Clark signature shoe in 2026? That's the play. These early releases are just the runway. Nike is gathering data, tracking demand, and positioning Clark for what could be the most anticipated women's basketball signature shoe of this generation. Why aren't we calling these signature shoes yet? Simple. They're collaborations. Clark is putting her stamp on existing Kobe silhouettes, bringing her style and story to the table. But a true signature shoe is built from the ground up, designed specifically for the athlete's game and influence. That's what Nike is moving toward, and they're not rushing the process. Ever since Clark signed that $28 million deal, fans have been asking, where are the shoes? Well, now we have the answer. And this isn't just about sneakers, it's about legacy. Nike is laying the foundation to elevate Clark from basketball superstar to cultural icon. After a rough financial year, they're betting big on Clark to energize the women's sports market. The release dates aren't just random, they're precision planned to dominate headlines and drive sales. What we're witnessing isn't a product launch, it's a coronation. Caitlin Clark isn't just wearing greatness, she's redefining it. And Nike is making sure the whole world watches her do it. Are you excited? Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And check out the next video on your screen. We'll see you there. Nike is doing us an even bigger favor. They're not just releasing one pair of shoes, but two. That's right, 2 Caitlin Clark sneaker releases are coming this year. Remember those viral rumors claiming Nike had slammed the brakes on Caitlin Clark's signature shoes? Yeah, those aged like milk. Not only were they wrong, they were hilariously wrong. Nike didn't just stay in the game, they doubled down. Clark isn't just getting one shoe, she's getting 2, and both drops are already turning heads, shattering narratives, and setting up a new sneaker era in women's basketball. The first release is set for June 1st, 2025. The Caitlin Clark Nike Kobe 5 Pro Indiana Fever Edition. Then, as the WNBA postseason heats up, Nike will roll out a second pair, the Kobe 6 Pro Light Armory Blue, on October 1st. These aren't just slapped-together colorways with a Clark tag. These are calculated, smartly timed, deeply intentional, and symbolically powerful releases designed to make an impact. There was a video from a content creator a month and a half ago claiming these shoes were cancelled. That, my friends, is pure clickbait. Let's rewind to the panic moment. Those early whispers that Nike had bailed on Caitlin's shoe deal set social media ablaze. Fans were confused. Commentators were furious. TikTok turned into a conspiracy theory breeding ground. People were debating sneaker economics like it was the stock market. Everyone, from hardcore hoopheads to casual Clark supporters, was asking the same thing. Why would Nike invest $28 million just to vanish before the first box hit shelves? Nike is playing the long game. Instead of rushing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe to market, they're crafting something iconic. They didn't want a one-season wonder, they wanted to connect Clark to basketball immortality. And that's where Kobe Bryant's legacy comes in. By launching her debut drops under the Kobe Pro line, Nike isn't just making sneakers, they're making a statement. Let's be clear, these aren't Caitlin Clark's official signature shoes yet. But anything with Clark's name attached to it right now is legendary. The Kobe line is sacred ground in basketball culture, and now it's Clark's launchpad. The Kobe 5 Indiana Fever Edition isn't just a shoe. It's a torch being passed from one of the game's greatest to the brightest rising star in the sport. The hype is real, and the demand is through the roof. When the news officially broke that these shoes were coming out, it broke the internet. Over 100,000 views flooded in, and sneaker culture took notice. The timing is absolutely dialed in. The June 1st, 2025 drop coincides with Clark's second WNBA season. She'll have a full rookie year under her belt, national TV audiences locked in, and sky-high momentum. Nike is betting this will be the moment to unleash her sneaker era, and they're not wrong. The Indiana Fever branding is baked into the Kobe 5 colorway, grounding Clark's identity in both her personal brand and the team she's elevating. Nike isn't half-committing here. They're using her as the centerpiece of their women's basketball campaign. And let's talk about the price. Yes, it's premium. But not because Nike is greedy, it's because Clark moves product. Her jersey sales are out of control. Her game broadcasts are pulling in NFL-style viewership. If anyone can justify a high-end sneaker debut, it's Caitlin Clark. But let's not forget the second shoe, the Nike Kobe 6 Pro Light Armory Blue, set to drop on October 1st, 2025. This one is different. It's not fever-themed. It's not tied to any team. This is the beginning of Clark's own brand identity, separate, distinct, and ready to stand on its own. Nike is making a clear statement. Clark is bigger than any single franchise. She's a standalone star. Getting 2 sneaker drops in one calendar year without an official signature shoe, that's practically unheard of. Most athletes get one collab if they're lucky, maybe a special colorway on a general release. But Clark, she's getting a carefully timed strategic two-part rollout. And the second drop isn't accidental. It lands right as college basketball returns, ensuring Caitlin Clark remains in the spotlight year-round. Nike isn't just throwing out shoes for hype. This is a live market test. They're laying the groundwork, collecting data, tracking demand, and preparing the runway for what looks more and more like a full-blown Caitlin Clark signature shoe in 2026. That's the play. This is the test phase, and so far she's passing with flying colors. So why aren't we calling these her signature shoes already? Great question. The answer reveals Nike's entire blueprint. What Clark has now are collaborations, customized and co-signed existing silhouettes from the Kobe Pro line. She's bringing her flavor, her style, her story, but she's not yet designing from scratch. A signature shoe, by contrast, is built from the ground up. The tech, the fit, the look. It's all designed specifically for that athlete's game, identity, and influence. That's the level Nike is moving toward. They're not skipping steps. They're executing the same formula they used with some of their biggest stars. Start with collabs to spark buzz, establish market traction, and then unleash the signature line once the hype is undeniable. Nike lost a lot of money last year, and they know they need a win. That's where Clark comes in. She's not just a basketball player, she's a cultural force. The ratings magnet, the jersey seller, the arena filler, the soon-to-be sneaker icon. After a rough financial year, Nike isn't just betting on Clark, they're building around her. These releases aren't just about shoes, they're about brand architecture. Nike is positioning Clark as the future of women's basketball. Every drop, every colorway, every move is designed to elevate her from WNBA superstar to global icon. This isn't just about sneakers, this is about legacy. And Caitlin Clark is lacing up for something historic. Are you excited? Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one.